The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. This is the story of Einstein's most important rule. Not a physics formula, not E equals mc, not relativity, but a rule about thinking. A rule that changed science and can change your life. In 1879, in the city of Ulm, Germany, a quiet child was born. His name was Albert Einstein. As a child, he barely spoke. Teachers thought he was slow. Some even believed he would never amount to much. But they were wrong, because young Albert had something rare, an obsession with questions. At age 5, his father showed him a compass. The needle always pointed north, no matter how he moved it. Something invisible was controlling it. That moment changed him forever. Most people see what is visible. Einstein became obsessed with what is invisible. If Einstein had one rule, one guiding principle, it was this: never stop questioning. He believed curiosity was more important than intelligence. He once said, "I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious." And that was his secret. Not genius, curiosity. At 16 years old, Einstein asked himself a strange question. What would happen if I could ride on a beam of light? No textbook told him to ask that. No teacher assigned it. It was imagination. Years later, that simple question would become the theory of relativity. In 1905, his miracle year, Einstein published papers that reshaped physics forever. He introduced the world to special relativity, the photoelectric effect, Brownian motion. For his work on the photoelectric effect, he would later receive the Nobel Prize in physics. But here's the truth. It all started with a question. Einstein hated rigid education systems. He believed schools were killing creativity. While others memorized formulas, Einstein imagined realities. While others followed rules, Einstein questioned them. He once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination, it embraces the entire universe." Einstein wasn't instantly famous. After graduation, he couldn't find a teaching job. He worked in a patent office in Bern, Switzerland, day after day, reviewing other people's inventions. But here's the difference. He used that quiet time to think, to imagine, to question. And in that small office, he developed ideas that would reshape space and time. Lesson: your environment does not limit your mind. In 1905, Einstein revealed the equation E equals mc. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. Simple, elegant, revolutionary. It showed that mass and energy are interchangeable. This equation would later influence world events, including the development of atomic energy. But Einstein himself was deeply conflicted about how his discoveries were used. Because for him, science was about understanding the universe, not destroying it.
Despite global fame, Einstein remained humble. He disliked authority, rejected blind nationalism, and valued humanity over prestige. When the Nazis rose to power, Einstein left Germany and moved to the United States. He later worked at the Institute for Advanced Study, but even there, he remained the same curious thinker, walking, thinking, questioning. Einstein believed the greatest danger to society wasn't ignorance. It was unquestioned belief. He feared a world where people stop asking why. Because once curiosity dies, progress dies. He once said, "The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing." This was his most important rule. Not a scientific law, a life law. Today, information is everywhere, but thinking is rare. We scroll, we consume, we repeat, but do we question? Einstein's rule is more important now than ever. Question what you read. Question what you're told. Question your own assumptions. Because breakthroughs begin with doubt. Einstein didn't see himself as a genius. He saw himself as a child who never stopped being curious. And that is the difference. Genius is not IQ. It's sustained curiosity. It's refusing to accept simple answers. It's daring to ask impossible questions. Einstein died in 1955, but his rule lives on. If you want to think like Einstein, if you want to change your world, remember this: never stop questioning, because the moment you stop asking why, you stop growing, and the universe still has questions waiting for you.